Alright, so I'm just gonna make a quick tutorial to show you guys how I did this kind of GIF kind of thing. I just kind of fixed it because after it went black, it kind of just snapped back to a loop and it wouldn't reset. And as soon as it went black, right here, the flare that went across it would just freeze. So I actually just do this. I kind of erased in every single frame right here all of the blue. I just selected it and deleted all the blue. I left all the shadows in so I wouldn't have to redo that, but because it's not going to change the color too much. I saved the color on my palette, as I still even have it here, and I made a layer at the very bottom. We're going to go back to layer 1 here. It's right here. Crap, how am I going to show you that? See, okay, and now this pretty much gives it away now how I did it. Ignore that pixel. It's just to cover up something that was in the original logo that I'm too lazy to do in every layer. But we're going to play it. No, shit, I can't do that because it's all separate. But basically, what happens is, if it wasn't obvious, there's a blue board behind everything. This fills in the text, and the white line that just goes across it. Get the white line, all I did was take a brush, get it to a good size. I picked up the same color from the previous one, which was this color, and simple as it is, just go straight down. That's smaller though. I think. Yeah, it was from. It didn't look like I did it with the same brush, but I think it would look better if I did it smooth with like this brush right here, just because it would look more fluid rather than solid. It might look like, I don't know, maybe it'll look better. I really have no fucking clue. But yeah, flashy logo. I'm gonna do another one here. I have something I did earlier. Not that. What? Where is it? I didn't prepare this, just on the spot, so it should be Nightfall. So basically, their thing, it was all solid. Is this it? Yeah, I kind of cut it. Okay. It's really required, not much work at all, but you can see, basically, I didn't cut this part out. I ended up using a solid color replacing kind of technique that I like. I used this. I put it down to 5, I think. Take out this, it'll make it so you can select all of the same color, and take out anti-aliasing so it won't select these edges, and you get the perfect amount of color taken out of it. And you delete that, it's because you'd still have to fill in right here, and I made a perfect circle and just used this to fill in any mistakes that went around it. To get a perfect circle, I'm going everywhere here, but to get a perfect circle I just measured it with that. Actually, I kind of nailed it with that one. And to get this, I honestly just went like that. Right clicked it, hit select inverse, and there you go. I pulled it to a new layer. Let's put all this shit back on. Shut that off. Now it's not too perfect, but it's gonna be on a black background. I just kind of did it because I was bored and their logo looked like shit. But when you play it through, I have the same technique I used before. It just does the same thing over the same few layers. Let's see if I can get a good one here. And let's go to this one. I just have no idea what I did here. Oh shit. No, I did a different technique. Sorry. This, yes, I have all the text in the background, but I'm running a light over top of it. This is actually, I think, hold on, how did I do this? Oh, I see. Okay, so I copied out I cropped out this is completely different techniques. I cropped out all of the letters, so it actually is just the letters. It's not too perfect, but you can see right there. And I ran a light over it. I set one frame in front of it with the light right here, and another frame with the light at the end behind the last wall. And then I used this button right here. Let me do a little example here. We're gonna make a little bit of a test. 2 things. This one, we're gonna have red line, blue line right here, and we want the blue line to get to the end, so it would pretty much do the same thing as the other thing is doing. And next frame, it's still there, but we're gonna move it. Oops, what am I selecting there? We're gonna move it all the way over here, and we take these 2 layers and we just select them down here. We're gonna click this button, the one with a bunch of squares. We're gonna add like 15 frames. You don't want it too smooth; it'll be too slow. And you gotta fix the time. I didn't set the time, so they're all gonna be 0.5 seconds. So we're gonna set them to 0.1. That's all you really need. I'm gonna delete all the other frames because we're not working on those, and we don't really need them right now. No, just press play, and you can see it just kind of go over it. It's kind of skippy, but that's how it's supposed to be. You wouldn't even notice it. And To just add a little bit more fun to this, let's go to the first frame. Let's delete that. I'm just going to delete a few things I don't like about it. And then we're going to put, we're actually going to lower it a few layers. So it's out underneath, and then you play it, and you get the same kind of effect, but it's blue instead of white, and it kind of just gives you an example of how I did it. It overlays the text that's underneath, and I got to cut the design that was originally on the text, which is kind of the layer, the kind of reflective layer. It's just not on the light. But if I want to do that, all I have to do is make this part a little bit lighter. Down. And I'll just do that real quick. Kind of dry out the color of it a little bit more. Oops. I'm not good at this. And then you go down to the bottom. Tedious as shit. That's pretty much it. You know, I don't even care. Good enough. That's the idea, the general idea. It's pretty simple. Yeah. I don't know why it took so long to do this, but you know, it takes a minute. Watch it. Now you can go try it yourself or do whatever the fuck you want. I really don't give a shit.